Hey Pokefans, Alex here, and in the last episode, we did quite a bit. I mean, we defeated a gym leader, we encountered some space cowboys called Team Galactic, and we trekked all the way up to Floroma Town. So before we actually get into the meat and potatoes of Floroma Town, I should comment on Route 204. I didn't do the best job of explaining the wild Pokemon that you can find here, right? So in addition to the Bidoof and the Starly and the Shinx that you can normally find on most routes up to this point, you can also encounter Budew, which I mentioned was the grass poison type that evolves into a fairly decent Pokemon, but the typing just wasn't great. You could also capture Wurmple, which is a good bug type if you want it to quickly evolve and become somewhat powerful, although not really good for long term. And then you can also capture Kricketot, that one that keeps using Bide and keeps almost making Turtwig faint. Okay, so without further ado, Floroma Town, we do need to heal up. I love the rendition of Floroma Town. Flor, I believe, is supposed to be like the flora and the fauna, and then aroma, meaning a pleasant scent. But if you just compare Platinum from Diamond and Pearl, which I've been doing a lot of recently, like this sign, like just look at the architecture on top, like the different patterns of the flowers. Like it's quite beautiful. Now, this lady is going to be important later on. Gracidia flowers. They're given as bouquets to express feelings of gratitude. It's an enduring tradition around these parts. Now, if you have a certain Pokemon, which we're not able to get until like post-game, she will actually give us a Gracidia flower. All right, let's see if these houses contain anything somewhat interesting. Floroma Town was a barren, desolate hill long ago, avoided even by Pokemon. People started planting flowers on it because it was such a sad place, but nothing would grow. People didn't know what to do. And then one day, someone expressed thanks for the blessings of nature. Then the whole hill burst into bloom. Okay, so we got TM88, which is Pluck. It's essentially somewhat like a flying type move, like I assume you have to have a beak in order to use it, or something similar. And if the opponent is carrying or holding a berry, which we haven't really discussed up until now, it will consume that berry and capture its effects. Emotionally healed. I wish there was a place like that. Okay, these two goons are just standing out doing who knows what. Aren't we Team Galactic? And we're assigned here, standing around among flowers? This doesn't seem at all that cool. Hey now, don't complain. This is a pretty decent assignment. But bug and grass type Pokemon so creep me out. I don't like being here either. Okay, so they don't even notice us, but of course they're blocking a route, I guess. Okay, now, if you notice right here, there's an Oranberry. And this kind of introduces the first introduction. This is the first introduction to the berry dynamics of this game. So there are so many berries in Sinnoh, and each has like different uses. And then this is where capitalism reigns. So if you manage to plant an excessive amount of berries and really take advantage of that dynamic, you can trade them in for accessories. But just kind of look at some of these, right? So you need 10 berries, 100 palm tree berries, which are somewhat rare. Yeah, so these get kind of ridiculous. But one of these ladies, oh, well, one of the ladies gives us a berry, I guess. A different berry each day, but I thought one of them gave us the spray duck, which is how you plant more berries. So it's basically one of those, step back one step, move forward two. Okay, so you lose a berry, but you maybe gain 4 berries. Okay, did we heal up? Yeah, we did. I'm pretty sure we did. And we went inside this house. Sorry I'm being so forgetful. We did not. Okay, so this whole honey dynamic, we need to unlock that, and in order to do that, we have to battle Team Galactic and get them out of the way. Okay, so speaking of more berries, Pekka Berry, which I believe cures poison if it's held, like automatically. You don't even have to activate it. Just make your Pokemon hold it, and then it's a one-time use, of course. I want to say Chesto Berries wake Pokemon up. I don't know too much about the berries, but here's a girl who... Help, help, trainer! Please, I want to see my papa! My papa and I lived at the Valley Windworks, but then a whole bunch of people dressed like spacemen came. They kicked me out, and they're making my papa do something. Please, trainer, I miss my papa. Of course we'll help. Now, we can't advance because these goons are going to block us. We, Team Galactic, are conducting research in the Eterna Forest. This is as far as you will go. Our research involves catching Pokemon in the flowery meadows of Floroma. We are also covertly stealing the energy of the Valley Windworks, but that is of no concern to you. Okay, so they're stealing energy from a windmill? Really? Like wind power? That's not very impressive. But whatever, they want energy for something. Alright. So we find a potion, and then we are encountered by this Galactic Grunt. Okay, we're going to keep making Zubat battle. Don't you dare go into the Valley Windworks. I got ordered to keep everyone out if they're not part of Team Galactic. You're giving me a look that makes you think you're going to try to get in. Okay then, you'll have to battle me for it. Alright, and he sends out a Glameow. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be introduced to more of these Glameows. We're going to go with Supersonic some more. We're going to do the Conflinch that I mentioned in the last episode. So if you weren't there for that, Conflinch is my amalgamation of the words confusion and flinch. So since it's confused, now we're going to use moves to try to make it flinch. Okay, unfortunately, Glameow is faster than us, so Conflinch does not work. The Bite is a really decent move. It has 60 base power. Astonish isn't going to work because Ghost-type moves do nothing against normal types. Okay, Hypnosis has a similar accuracy but puts you to sleep, which in my opinion is far worse. We're doing really well. Okay. We're getting pretty lucky, too. Very, very lucky. Bye, Glameow. Obviously the meow because it's a cat. Maybe the glam because it's glamorous. Yeah, like I'm really supposed to win with a Pokemon like this. Hey, it's actually a decent Pokemon. Isn't that just great? Getting owned by some kid. But you can't do a thing if I lock myself in with my Works Key. That's right, the other Works Key's not here. My cohorts in the Flower Patch have the only other one. Haha! In that sense, I'm no longer the loser. Well, Kerchunk. Yep. Okay, so the Pokemon that you can get from here, let's see, you can get a Shinx, you can get a Bidoof. You can also capture Pachirisu, which was that squirrel type thing, that electric squirrel that I mentioned was fairly annoying. I've played playthroughs with a Pachirisu before. I'm not going to complain. It's a decent Pokemon. And then Shellos is a water type. It's like a little duck. So for those of you that are like, where can I capture a water Pokemon without getting one as my starter? Well, there's Shellos, and there's also Psyduck, which you can find in caves. Okay, so the Grunts moved, so it looks like we're going to be battling a little bit more. Okay, apparently their grand plan, they just have so many plans that are going all over the place. And one of them is like apparently using honey to lure Pokemon by a lot. But they just said they don't like bug or grass type Pokemon. That's usually what's attracted by honey. Okay, Stunky, again, not very impressive. Unfortunately, we can't use Bite on the Stunky. I mean, we can, but Stunky is part Dark type, and Dark is not very effective against Dark. Fire is also not very effective against Fire, and that's really the case for most Pokemon. You know, Astonish doesn't do much either. Does Leech Life? Okay, Fury Swipes, remember, does 18 damage every time it gets a hit off. Oh boy. So that's 54 damage. At least I used a recovery-ish move. Look how much that did. Okay, bye Zubat. I'm showing all the Galactic battles, at least for the time being. Just because you're not completely sick of Glameow and Stunky at this point. You will be, though. Don't worry. Okay, now... I guess Razor Leaf. Stunky is faster than my level 17 Turtwig. Good to know. Okay, it's not very effective, but we still managed to pack a pretty punch. Okay, time for Tackle. or knock itself out in its confusion. I'll take that. Okay, we're going to see if this grunt has anything else. If it has either a Glameow or a Stunky, I'll kind of skip forward. All right, he had 2 Zubats, and while Zubat on Zubat is interesting to me, I'm guessing it wouldn't be for my target audience. Oh, hi, man. It's a Works key. Now we can get into that building. Ha, he even called them goons. Okay, so he gives us honey, which opens up a new dynamic that I actually kind of appreciate. So if we put honey on a tree and kind of keep track of it, then the, overnight, over some period of time, Pokemon might grow on it. And we are going to utilize this dynamic because perhaps our next team member is somewhere on a honey tree. By the way, don't continuously slather the bark with honey. Once is enough. And you can also buy honey from the man, which we will, of course, utilize. We're going to try slathering it on as many trees to have as many options, because you can check all of the trees. So anywhere we see a honey tree, we're going to take advantage. Now, I am going to heal up. Just give me a second. All right. Let's go save that girl's father. Of course, they're not going to let us pass, but there's another honey tree. There's one over here. Okay. Ha! Locking the door is meaningless. I am the loser in this after all. This is no time for self-pity. I've got to alert the commander. AKA his boss. A girl. Okay, now... Oh, crap. So, again, if he has derivative Pokemon, I might skip this, but we'll see. Okay, so we just had a Zubat. Collecting electricity from the Valley Windworks. That's our mission. So when wind blows the turbines of the mills, that energy is converted to electrical energy by the power of the motor moving. Oh boy, a Glameow. My favorite. Okay. Now, Zubat's not going to flinch because of Inner Focus, which is actually a fairly decent move. But Supersonic has 55% accuracy. Excuse me. Growl is also a good option because it lowers my attack stat, and Zubat doesn't know any special attacks, except Leech Life, and I am not using Leech Life. Yep, okay. You gotta know when to call it quits. If someone lowers your stats too much, just swap them out, and the stat changes will go away. And that also includes any stat increases. So if you or the other Pokemon increase your stats and you switch out, those will be erased. Okay, Razor Leaf it is before... Oh, how are you faster than me? I'm 6 levels above you. Get a new move, Glameow. Okay, 2 levels below where I wanted to be, but we'll see. Yeah, okay. Absorb it is. Let me guess. Zubat. Wait, Stunky? This is the first that we've seen AI kind of predicting our moves and swapping out. They will do this from time to time. And they will also do Fury Swipes. Poison Gas. Very dangerous. I thought Turtwig had the Quick Claw. Come on. Yep, that's all it did. 90 damage, which is the most powerful move that we've come across, but it only does 90 damage sometimes, not very often. Okay. As long as I can bite the Glameow, make it faint before it gets off too many growls, I should be okay. No supersonic, not risking the accuracy. There we go. That's what no stat decreases does. Okay. I don't think you have any Pokemon, but I'm just going to kind of check. I hope this doesn't activate the battle. Okay, good. Okay, so I will return as soon as I heal up. Alright, so I just encountered a Shellos on the way back. Like I said, Shellos is another water type that you can randomly encounter, which is good, it's decent. It is kind of a duck-type Pokemon. It evolves into not a terrible Pokemon. Learns some pretty decent moves early on. And at level 9, it's decent experience. Okay, back to the Pokemon Center. Alright, and we're back. So, I gave Zubat a little bit of a surprise, and we're just gonna see what happens. I also raised it up to level 15. I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. No, wait, that's one of 4 commanders. My name is Mars. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one, but people have shown little understanding about what we do. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So, let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave. And here's our first battle with a Galactic Commander, Commander Mars. A Zubat, that's level 15? How could I have known? Okay, this is actually a pretty decent fight, and I will show the Zubat versus Zubat because both of our Zubats, I feel, have different moves in mind. So I'm going to try the Conflinch. And it goes off with the bite. It is somehow faster than me. I feel like we should be speed tied, but that means our speed stats are very similar, and we do that. What do you think you're doing to my Pokemon? Okay, let's do this. I'm getting really unlucky. By the way, remember when I said berries are useful? And that was just an orange berry. Okay, let's see. You're going to snap out of confusion. Yep, all you can use is bite. But guess what? I'm going to win this battle. Zubat versus Zubat. I reign victorious. Now we're going to switch you out. With a name like Perugly, I'm sure you can guess what kind of Pokemon this is. So if you liked Glameow, and then liked it the second time and the third time, you will not like this Pokemon. It is Glameow's evolution, and I believe this is the first time we're seeing an evolved Pokemon. Very bad. Alright, let's just see what Razor Leaf even does to this thing. Fake Out makes you flinch automatically, and that was a critical hit. That is not good. Scratch is also not good, and I'm going to have to use a potion. Now, unfortunately, I used up all my potions, which is why I also went to the Pokemart and got some more. You can tell I've been playing Pokemon Platinum for a while. Even though I've never used this team before. Now, Feint Attack is a pretty powerful move. I believe it never misses, and it does stab. So I'm going to keep on using potions. I know, it's kind of crappy of me, but I need to get myself in a good position here. Okay, used Scratch. I'm okay with that. Now, Razor Leaf or Absorb? We're going to use Absorb. I really like healing my Pokemon in the same turn as doing damage. Okay, never mind. We're going to use Razor Leaf. Now, unfortunately, Perugly also has a berry, and this battle is looking pretty close. In fact, too close for my comfort. So, I know, it's a cop-out. What are you going to do? Again, I'm always thinking about critical hits. The more a battle goes on, the more likely critical hits are possible. So, using Curse is a good option. It probably was a better option at the beginning of this battle, but I'm going to go for another Razor Leaf and hope that this Feint attack does not crit me. Okay. That was close. But we gain, the running joke, 666 experience points. By the way, did you all know that 666 was considered a lucky number in China? That's just... What? I didn't even realize Turtwig leveled up this much. Wait, what's happening? Speaking of our first evolved Pokemon, we're about to encounter our second evolved Pokemon. Apparently a kind of energy is released, and we evolved Turtwin into Grottle. It still keeps the nickname. Oops, I messed that one up. That's alright though, I quite enjoyed our battle. My, lose to a child, will you? But no matter, we've collected plenty of electricity. With the power we obtained, we can do something quite spectacular. It seems quite obvious to me, Sharon. The genius even the boss recognizes. Wait, I was so confused about who was talking right there, because he was referring to himself in the third person. The boss is the only person in the world who's allowed to order me around. You can keep quiet around me. You only joined us recently. Don't think you're important. I guess it's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being. Team Galactic. They were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. I can't tell you how grateful I am for you saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again. Papa! Yuck, Papa, you're stinky. Go shower now, Stinky. Oh, sorry. Haha, they had me working non-stop. Thank you, trainer. You made those bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting again. Yeah, so the balloon Pokemon, named Drifloon, and it appears on Fridays. I don't know what day today is. Actually, you know what? Today is a Thursday, so maybe tomorrow I'll make a habit of encountering it. Yes, it is you, yes! I have heard that the Team Galactic appeared at this power point. I have therefore come running. So, the Team Galactic, where are they? You have run them off, you say. You are a trainer, but... Very well, I shall go investigate inside. Just when I missed Looker. You have to wait. Magnificent! Yes, it is. What you have said, it is all true. Superb! Though you are young, you are a trainer through and through. Very well, I shall pursue the culprits. I have received tips that the Team Galactic hideout is in Eterna City. To there, I must be off. Bye, Looker. I will not be looking for you. And with that, we're going to end this episode off. We defeated Team Galactic. We kind of explored the routes a little bit. I told you about honey as well as berries, and we have used both in this episode. Tomorrow, or in the next episode, we might encounter a new Pokemon, the balloon Pokemon, as well as explore, possibly make it through Eterna Forest. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.